Always Patsy Cline is the first show of our season, and this is a remount. We did the show back in 2013. It did very well. It was really popular, and you can see why, because Patsy Cline, boy, she was something else. I mean, she was really one of the first country artists to cross over into more of the mainstream music. Not just country music people were listening to her.
Back where I belong, back in baby's arms.
And this show, though it does have all of her hits are in this show. Walking After Midnight and Lovesick Blues, and the list goes on. But it is really based off of a true story of a friendship between Patsy and a woman named Louise Sager. And Louise and Patsy met when Patsy was doing a show down in a honky-tonk in Texas. And they met that night and struck up a friendship. So it's really not just, you're not just coming to see a jukebox musical, just hearing a person imitating Patsy Cline singing. You're seeing the friendship between Louise Sager and Patsy Cline as well, interwoven with all those great hits from Patsy. Judy Fitzgerald is playing Patsy Cline again, and I'm playing Louise Sager, and we just have a blast doing the show. And we will have a fantastic band right on stage with us. And we got some great guys behind us, and most of the musicians are returning for this production. And let me tell you something. Judy Fitzgerald singing Patsy Cline and that band behind her, that's going to be a good show.
And call my name.
Actors Theater of Indiana is very excited for our second production of our 21-22 season to do the play by Eric Simonson, a 2010 production Broadway called Lombardi. It follows a week of Green Bay Packers coach Vince Lombardi in the 1965 NFL football season as he strives to lead his team to the championship. There is a reporter named Michael McCormick from Look magazine who wants to interview Lombardi and find out what makes him tick and how does he get his teams to win. And it follows all of the different stories and minutiae in and out about his life and about what made him such a great coach. And sport in general provides such a wonderful platform for human drama. And what better way to celebrate drama on the sport field than celebrating the life of the great Vince Lombardi. Our director will be Jane Unger, and some of you may remember her from our hit production of Alabama Story. We're bringing her back in from Portland, Oregon to lead the team to victory with our exciting play, Lombardi.
Our third show of the season is the hilarious musical, The Big Bang. Now let me tell you a little bit about this show. This show is about two gentlemen, Jed and Boyd, who are trying to get people to back their musical. Now their musical, just a tiny little one, cost $83.5 million and is a 12-hour musical. So the setting is in this Park Avenue apartment in New York City. And they are trying to get people to back this. It's about the history of the world from creation to present. So they play everyone from Adam and Eve to Attila the Hun to Julius Caesar. They show the building of the pyramids. And through 18 incredibly hilarious songs, they subsequently trash the apartment because they use items from the house. So say, I need a costume, so I pull down a curtain and put it on, or I'm pulling off stuff from couches and chairs, and it is fast-paced and absolutely hysterical. This show, I just want to let you know, when I saw it in New York City, it made me laugh the entire time. It is absolutely side-splitting hilarious. So I'm so glad that we were able to do it. Now, Another great part about this musical is that my dear, dear friend, Michael Blatt, is returning home. He's actually from here, but is now a big director in New York City, and is coming back to direct it. He also directed Our Dirty Rotten Scoundrels and Our Putnam County Spelling Bee, and I'm sure if you saw those shows, you realized how amazing he is as a director.
Working is the last show of our season. This is based on interviews that Studs Terkel did. Now, Studs Terkel was a journalist up in Chicago in the 1970s. And he did interviews with people from all walks of life, all different jobs. And I love this show because it really shows the backbone of our country.
I think this is such an important musical because it really speaks to America. It's so relevant right now, especially when we went through the pandemic and so many people lost their jobs and they're working so hard and doing things that they would never normally do. But now that everybody's back to work and everyone has to work extra hard to try to get back to where they were before, and it just speaks to everyone. It speaks to the fact that, you know, sometimes people don't think a housewife is a big job. It's a huge job, you know, from all kinds of workers and all kinds of level of income. And I just think it's really important to do this musical right now, and I'm really proud that we're doing it.
Because it really speaks to the American worker, the hard work that they put in every day, going above and beyond the call of duty, going the extra mile to make things all come together for our nation, for our community. It's a way to celebrate them and also allow those workers to share the pride and joy they bring to their occupation.